Okay, y'all. I just wanted to give a quick tutorial, I guess, on the pre-built homes, how you can customize them better to use. And this is the beginning of the Mystique base, and I built my own personal home. I think this is the medieval house number 3. I like it. Um, but what I am able to do, rather than just have empty rooms to put stuff in, I'll show you how you can add. I added a whole 3rd floor with its own enclosed door. And the whole key to that first is, for some reason, you can't place these on top of foundations. And I thought you used to, so something changed. So place it down, but I'll show you how to put foundations under it. And the whole key is your cornerstone one, the very first one I put down right here to make sure it's as parallel as possible. Then go and lay them around the whole thing. Then when you go inside, you can place them underneath here. You can see the little, marker for placing them. So I have floors placed down this whole thing. Now I lucked out in mine and I was able to put some pillars, as you can see, that look natural. They line up right with the side there. I got to fill those bottom ones in, but I was experimenting, and I'll show you why you need those. This one has a deep glitch where when you go up these stairs, you just fall off down here. There's no floor here. But if you use the Peachy dock, it's a floating floor. And I put that down there. I'm going to level it so you can walk up here. And I actually use that to put the whole floor in here over their standard one. I just kind of like the old rustic look. And you can fill all that in. So I continued these pillars up, and I added this whole floor up here. And it lined up with the windows and everything. As you can see, that's the edge there. Normally it goes all the way up to the ceiling, a big cathedral ceiling, but I said, hey, let's add a whole nother floor, and then I can add a doorway. I also added those floating docks along here because that's open the whole way down, and it's a waste of floor space, so I made it more enclosed. Anyways, once you place these pillars here, I was able to put that floor in. The only drawback is it goes partway out that side, but I can hide that with stuff, and it's towards the mountain there. That's the only thing. And depending on how you place your things, you know how you can always place these pillars in the middle. But I was okay with that. But the rest of it fit pretty well, as you can see. And I threw some stairs in, and so I was able to make it so I have a door. And you can enclose it so you have an actual secure location that closes it off. I can put storage up here. And this is the whole 3rd floor. It's got the windows you can look out. And I got to decorate it. And the only problem is the floors ended there. Instead of having to stick outside the house too much, I just built half wall and then used catwalk, so it looks like a bench system. It worked out pretty good. There was one gap there, so I put a storage thing there. So there are some little things, but it makes it pretty useful, I think. And if you decorate it right, you can cover up those drawbacks. But this is what you'd get with only 2 floors. You would have all this wasted space. And it's just doing careful alignments. But now I have a secure room up there with a whole extra door. These buildings are, if you I don't know if this will show that, but I believe they're 20,000 strength, which is actually more than stone. So they're pretty strong. Yeah, 32 on the house. 32,000. While I'm here, I'll show you what I do with my docks, just to make them, as you can see, I've been building here. When you place your docks, again, it takes a lot of patience in the beginning, but if you do it right, you place them side by side so that they're lined up with each other as much as possible. Back here, you can never get it perfect, but it's that line there going all the way up. And I found a way to build on these. Again, this takes that first pillar, and this one took me a while this time. Lining this up square as possible, and what I do is build a couple out and see if it's lined up. But once you do that, you can build these ceilings and pillars on top of the docks there which makes it a little bit better and more accessible and more room for unloading. And then I'll build ramps for the galleon to get up on. And what I can do then, as you can see, I can run this down the whole length of 4 of these and make them all uniform. I still got to finish this here. I'll go out, put a pillar down below that one and run it out 3, pillar 3, pillar 3, and you can build all around it that way. So it's a great way to make a whole dock system, just for some of you people that haven't, don't know you can do that. So, oh, by the way, this is where the slaves will be, but there's something going on, and I'm putting them in here and they disappear. So there's a glitch I got to figure out, otherwise I can't have them for sale for you. But anyways, I'll make this quick. That is, the main thing was to show you how to use these homes, which I think are pretty cool looking. So thank you.